All right, so for most people that know me, uh, I'm not a huge drinker. Now, I smoke, and even with that, like I smoke when I go on my walk or I smoke socially. But if I'm busy and I don't smoke, it really doesn't matter to me. Why is any of this relevant? So, I was thinking about my exposure and experience with alcohol and why I don't really drink like that. So it's been about a half dozen times in my life that I actually been drunk, and I'm 43. So the first time was my 18th birthday. I remember my aunt Punkin gave me like a Kool-Aid cup of Paul Masson, and I remember sitting at the table, with her friend. My grandma was there, my uncle Keith was there, Trevor was there, and I remember drinking it. I remember maybe the next few minutes after that. And I don't remember anything from the rest of the night. But I remember the next morning, I was, I had a hangover. I felt terrible. My Uncle Keith was telling me, I was asking him to help me, get into the bathroom, throwing up all of this stuff. I smelled like alcohol coming out my pores. So that was a bad experience. Now we had some funny memories from it because at the time I was 18. So my aunt is a couple years older than me. So her friend was a couple years older than me. And my grandma was there, but I just kept telling my grandma, at least this is what they told me. And I know it's true, ain't nobody making it up. But I kept telling my grandma how much I love her. And I love her so much, but she need to leave because I'm asleep with Punkin friend Tasha. So that was like the first time I got drunk. The next time I got drunk wasn't too long after that. Now I don't remember really anything that happened this night other than me being bent over the toilet praying to God to make this pain go away and lying, talking about I ain't never gonna do this again, right? But I was drinking some Mad Dog. I don't think I've ever drunk that again, all right? Then when I was in the military, so I remember it was the Mayweather Cotto fight. I invited just a few people over. So my dad was there. My boy Holton came over. My boy Davis was over there. Holton had brought it's his wife now, but his girl at the time. I had a couple chicks. I honestly don't even remember their name, but we all chilling over there to watch the fight. Everybody got a bottle. So we being reckless and irresponsible. Again, I don't even remember what happened that night after, it kicked in. I do know they had a video that's rather embarrassing because drunk over there freestyling, sounding retarded, just repeating myself over and over, talking about I'm the coldest, I'm the oldest, I'm the boldest, right? So that was like the third time. Now, I'm trying to think because it's around a half dozen times. Oh, what happened that night? So I don't remember what happened, but I woke up the next morning and my ankle was hurting. So I actually, whatever happened during that night, I actually basically broke my ankle. Uh, so yeah, that was dumb. Uh, then let's see. Oh, when I went, and I won't even say drunk, like the other, because like the other times I like blackout drunk. I don't remember what happened. But the one good experience that I had when I was out in Phoenix, invited some people over to play spades. One of the people that I invited over, Portia, happened to be a bartender and she made some drinks. It was fire. I felt great that night. I remember everything about that night. I had fun. It was people over there. Devin was there. My little brother CJ was there. We played spades. We laughed and joked. They was talking about how I was acting because I was like drunk, but I wasn't drunk to the point where it was having a negative effect. I even remember saying, you know, I understand why people drink if they feel like this. But when I drink, I don't ever feel like this. So that's the only time I've ever drank alcohol where I felt good when I was drinking alcohol. Then the last time I remember, so had a good night, was in Michigan spending time with family. So me, Crystal, Danielle, we went over his brother Willie house, and it was Taco Tuesday, so we doing tacos and margaritas. Had a couple margaritas with, I don't even know, but he switched up the liquor, right? So we had a couple, then had a couple more. By the time I left, I was done. I already knew, like, and I was telling them, like, man, I'm messed up, right? I got back to the house, to my sister and brother-in-law's house, and I laid across the bed. I felt so sick. I had a basket of my dirty laundry, and I couldn't even make it to the restroom. I just threw up all in the basket. Threw up in a basket and passed out. So, like, alcohol and getting drunk, it's not something that's appealing to me. I've drank a lot more than that, but now I remember the other time, because I knew it was 6. The other time, me and my friend, close friend Brent, we went to the Blue Martini for happy hour. Now, we chilling. I ordered a Blue Martini, so I drank that, and we still chilling, talking, and I ordered another one. But shortly after I ordered the other one, because I'm kind of sipping on it, I'm thinking we gonna be here for a minute, and then he was ready to go, so I just killed it. So I had 2 Blue Martinis, I would say within the span of about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Killed it. We getting ready to go. By the time we got from upstairs to the car, I got in this car and I just wasn't feeling right. I was feeling terrible. So I got out. My intent was to kind of walk it off. Now, it was a cool night, and I walked maybe not even, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 feet. And I'm stumbling, my balance off, and there was like a light pole. So I got close to the light pole, and I'm like holding on to it, trying to prop myself up. And ultimately, I ended up just laying on the ground. So I'm drunk, I'm feeling terrible. I can't really walk. I can't function. So now I'm out in front of the Blue Martini, laying on my back on the sidewalk because it was cold, and I felt hot. So I'm laying on the sidewalk on my back, looking up at the sky. People walking by asking me if I'm all right, all of that. I don't know how long I laid there, but I laid there until I composed myself, and then he brought me home. So said all of that to say this: no, I don't really drink because I don't feel like I can really gauge how far it's gonna take me. So, and if I do drink, that's why I drink the way that I drink, because I don't want to be drunk. I don't want to be out here feeling terrible. I don't want to be throwing up. I don't want to be laying on the sidewalk. I don't want to experience the things that I experience when I drink too much. So the overcorrection is really not to drink much at all, because I would rather not, the one time that I felt good, I would rather never feel that way again, as opposed to take the chance to having a experience like I had the other times. So yeah, I don't drink. I've been drunk 6 times in my life, and of all of the times that I remember having an experience where alcohol had a real impact on me, it's only one time that was good, and all the rest of the times was bad. So that's why I don't drink.